In October 2025, the music world paused, stunned by the loss of one of its most enduring and beloved figures. John Lodge, the iconic bassist and unmistakable voice of the Moody Blues, had passed away at the age of 82, leaving behind a legacy that spanned generations and touched millions. His family described a peaceful farewell, surrounded by loved ones and the music that first inspired him. A gentle goodbye for a man whose life was defined by harmony, both on and off the stage. Even in his 80s, Lodge was still touring, still a vibrant force on stage, captivating audiences with his energy and passion for music that never seemed to fade. Tributes poured in from fans and musicians alike, mourning not just a rock star, but a constant presence in their lives, someone whose songs became the soundtrack to countless memories and milestones. Lodge wasn't just a bassist. He was a visionary songwriter and the architect of the Moody Blues' signature sound, crafting melodies and lyrics that resonated across decades. Joining the band in 1966, he helped transform them into symphonic rock pioneers, his melodic bass lines and harmonies weaving through their most celebrated works and redefining what rock music could be. For over 5 decades, his voice and instrument were essential to the band's identity, shaping anthems and ballads alike, and inspiring generations of musicians to follow in his footsteps. Though his passing leaves a void that can never truly be filled, the music he created will echo for generations, reminding us all of the power of a single artist to change the world through song. John Lodge's journey began in post-war Birmingham, England, a city rebuilding from the ashes of war, its streets echoing with the sounds of new beginnings and hope for a brighter future. Yet, alive with the promise of change, Birmingham was a place where dreams could take root, even among the soot and steel of industry. As a boy, John was captivated by the raw energy of American rock and roll, absorbing every note from legends like Buddy Holly and the Everly Brothers. The music was a lifeline, a window to a world beyond his own. He taught himself guitar, spending countless hours dissecting records, learning the craft by ear, and practicing until his fingers ached. Each chord he mastered brought him closer to his dreams. Early bands like El Riot and the Rebels gave him his first taste of performance, playing local clubs and dance halls where the energy of the crowd fueled his passion for music. It was here, in the vibrant local scene, that he met Ray Thomas, a friendship and musical partnership that would shape his future in ways he could never have imagined. The Birmingham scene was a crucible for talent, and Lodge thrived, honing his skills as both a bassist and performer, learning from every jam session and every show. Surrounded by passionate musicians, he developed the melodic sensibility and relentless drive that would define his career, always pushing himself to reach new heights. His rise from a radio-obsessed boy to a global rock star was built on dedication, passion, and a deep belief in music's power to transform lives, not just his own, but those of millions around the world. By 1966, the Moody Blues faced a crossroads. Key members departed, leaving the group at a critical juncture in their journey. The British music scene was rapidly evolving, and the band's future was hanging in the balance. With uncertainty looming, the remaining members wondered if they could reinvent themselves or if the Moody Blues would simply fade away. Ray Thomas, determined to keep the band alive, reached out to his old friend John Lodge. Lodge, who had stepped away from the music scene for a while, was inspired by Thomas's passion and decided to return, answering the call to join the group. Around the same time, a young and talented Justin Hayward joined as lead singer and guitarist. Hayward brought not only a fresh voice, but also a new approach to songwriting, infusing the band with creative energy and vision. The chemistry between the new members was immediate and undeniable. Lodge's melodic bass lines and Hayward's emotive vocals quickly began to redefine the band's sound, setting them apart from their contemporaries. Together, they shifted away from their earlier R&B covers, embracing original, ambitious material. The band started blending rock with symphonic elements, experimenting with new sounds and arrangements that would soon become their signature. This new lineup, Lodge, Hayward, Thomas, Pinder, and Edge, formed what would become the classic Moody Blues, a group destined to make music history. Their shared ambition and creative drive pushed them beyond the boundaries of pop music, inspiring them to aim for something grander, more innovative, and deeply profound. The decision to bring in Lodge and Hayward proved transformative, sparking a new era for the band and setting the stage for their greatest creative breakthroughs. With renewed purpose and a bold new sound, the Moody Blues were reborn, ready to change the face of rock music and leave an indelible mark on the world. With their new lineup, the Moody Blues faced a challenge from their label: record a rock version of Dvorak's New World Symphony. Instead, they proposed an original concept, an album tracing a single day, blending rock with orchestral arrangements. The result was 1967's Days of Future Past, a groundbreaking fusion of band and orchestra. John Lodge's energetic Evening Time to Get Away and his iconic spoken word on Late Lament became album highlights. His melodic bass anchored the album's lush soundscape. Days of Future Past was a critical and commercial triumph, redefining the band and pioneering the concept album. For Lodge and his bandmates, it was the moment their vision became timeless art. After Days of Future Past, the Moody Blues took creative control, crafting 1968's In Search of the Lost Chord with their own symphonic textures. Embracing psychedelia, the band explored themes of spirituality and cosmic discovery, each member playing multiple instruments. John Lodge's Ride My Seesaw stood out, a high-energy anthem that became a live staple. The album's adventurous spirit and experimental sound solidified their place as psychedelic rock leaders. In Search of the Lost Chord reached the UK top 5 and expanded their international fame. For Lodge, it marked his emergence as a key songwriter and powerful vocalist. The Moody Blues' psychedelic journey would define their classic era and inspire generations. While Justin Hayward penned many hits, John Lodge's songwriting was the band's rock and roll heartbeat. His energetic anthems, like Peak Hour, House of Four Doors, and Send Me No Wine, balanced the band's more mystical material. Lodge's songs celebrated the joy of music and the connection with fans, built for live performance and audience participation. His defining moment came with 1972's I'm Just a Singer, in a rock and roll band, a thunderous, down-to-earth anthem. The song became one of their biggest hits, capturing Lodge's pragmatic spirit and love for rock and roll. Throughout decades, Lodge's songwriting kept the band grounded and vital, ensuring their symphonic explorations never lost their rock roots. His legacy, energy, passion, and an honest connection with listeners. From 1967 to 1972, the Moody Blues released 7 landmark albums, cementing their place in rock history. With over 70 million albums sold, their influence and popularity were undeniable. Their music resonated with a generation, offering wonder and hope in turbulent times. Yet, for years, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame overlooked them, despite fan campaigns and their pioneering legacy. Finally, in 2018, the Moody Blues were inducted, a long-overdue recognition of their monumental impact. John Lodge accepted the honor with humility, thanking the fans who stood by them. The induction was a crowning achievement, affirming the band's and Lodge's enduring significance. Their legacy as innovators and icons was now officially sealed. After the band's final tour in 2018, John Lodge's passion for music never faded. He launched solo tours with his 10,000 Light Years band, blending Moody Blues classics with his own material. Lodge's performances were energetic celebrations, revisiting hits like Ride My Seesaw and I'm Just a Singer. He delighted fans with rare deep cuts, keeping the band's spirit alive on stage. Each show ended with his heartfelt sign-off, "Thank you for keeping the faith." Lodge released solo albums and live recordings, always finding new ways to honor the Moody Blues legacy. His dedication ensured the music remained vibrant and relevant, not just a memory. Even in his final years, Lodge was a tireless ambassador for the songs that defined his life. Beyond the stage, John Lodge is remembered for his warmth, kindness, and unwavering support for family and fans. He was approachable and grateful, never taking his success for granted. His famous sign-off reflected a deep respect for the audience, a shared journey built on love for music. Lodge was the steady anchor in a band known for cosmic themes, always grounded and genuine. His family's tribute spoke of his love, smile, and endless support, painting a portrait of a devoted husband, father, and friend. For millions, he was a rock legend. For those close to him, he was a source of joy and positivity. John Lodge's music and spirit will live on, inviting us all to keep the faith and celebrate the man behind the songs.